What's up, everybody? Welcome to Football Logic Around the NFL. This is following Around the NFL is following news around the NFL, of course, going on. Right now, we have a lot of big retirements coming up. Actually, I see this as a year of retiring because a lot, like I said, a lot of big names are. We're gonna follow two that are linked by one trophy, the Heisman. Um, why I say this, and you'll understand who. And if you don't already know, it's gonna be a kind of a funny thing. So, Peyton Manning is our first topic to talk about. An amazing guy. One not only on the field but off the field. On the field, he has controlled the quarterback position for years, with some off seasons. So, and a lot of people are saying, "What about Brett Favre, Tom Brady?" I'll get to those guys. With why I say he's dominated because Brett Favre he's held a lot of records for a long time, but he's lost a lot. One being the touchdown record and the career passing record. He's tied. Peyton Manning's tied Brett Favre with beating all 32 teams, but Peyton Manning was the first quarterback to beat 31 franchises. He has the most comeback wins. I have his records up because I don't know him personally offhand. I've had to look him up. And hearing Peyton Manning was going to retire upset me because he's been in the league 18, 19 years. And him saying, "No, I'm done. I'm calling it a career." And he did it the best way possible. Two-time Super Bowl winner, winning the Super Bowl this year in 2015, 2016, going out on top as the man. Granted, he has probably the worst season to date for himself, being benched for I think 10 games for Brock Osweiler. Good backup. I don't think Broncos should trade him. That's another video though. But and coming back and taking the show over, but not in a disrespectful way to Brock. Now, with what changed it for me was when he was traded from Indy to Denver. They thought he fused his neck, he's done. His career's over because he sat an entire season. When a player sits for an entire season, they lose some of their aspects. Peyton Manning showed that, but then he gained a lot. He gained even more patience. You look at him in the pocket, he is a patient quarterback. He doesn't like taking the hits, but he'll take them to get the ball sailed to Demaryius Thomas, at the time Wes Welker, Julius Thomas, all his weapons around him, he'll get the ball off to him. He will change the line of scrimmage. He will change the offensive line. The receivers, the running backs, tight ends, he knows the positions in and out like any quarterback does, but I do believe he knows them more based off what the defense looks like. He's studied every position minus punter and kicker. He will change. He changes the game. Now, Tom Brady, his kryptonite, everyone wants to call it, or I call it at least. He is an aggressive quarterback, while Peyton Manning is a patient quarterback. But I will talk more about Tom Brady. I just want to touch base on, you look at Tom Brady, as soon as they're rolling, we're getting this going. We're, all right, back to the line, next play, go. Next play off. That's not a bad thing. That wins games. That gets points on the board. But, Peyton Manning, the only thing he doesn't have under his belt is the Heisman Trophy award, which was stolen by, or I should say, intercepted by the Charles Woodson, Oakland Raider, Green Bay Packer. Again, I'm a Green Bay Packer fan. I heard that he came to Green Bay after the 2005 season, blew me out of the water. Now, both these players came in 98. Both are retiring in 2015. Now, Charles Woodson, let's see this. I have his achievements on. I already know he's been in the Super Bowl twice, winning one with Green Bay. He's a 9-time Pro Bowl award, NFC and AFC champion, 2 times NFL interception leader. And just look at his achievements. He's Defensive Player of the Year. I do believe he made no, he did not. Yeah, he made Defensive Rookie of the Year. 2 different awards. I think he's 6th I could be wrong. I probably am wrong on the all-time interception leader. It took him 18 years to intercept Peyton Manning, not once but twice. And if you ask him, he said it took 18 years, but I got you, Peyton. But why he's so great is he also changed the cornerback role. He is the Peyton Manning of cornerbacks. A lot of you are going to disagree and say, well, what about Deion Sanders? Yes, Deion Sanders was a great, great corner. But Charles Woodson was today's day and age corner, my Deion Sanders. Well, what about Darrelle Revis? What about, Richard Sherman? Now it's going to be, what about Josh Norman? What about Patrick Peterson? These guys. If they have a career, the only person I can say is equal in each other with Charles Woodson is Darrelle Revis Island. Because these two players are similar. Both aggressive with press coverage. Both play man and zone very well. Yes, Darrelle Revis is probably labeled a shutdown corner, but I don't think you compare to Charles Woodson as far as changing up when he played, because Darrelle Revis plays the free agency market very well. Going to Tampa Bay, from New York, Tampa Bay to New England, back to the Jets, making a ton of money. When Charles Woodson came to Green Bay, he hated it. He didn't want to be in Green Bay. But Mike McCarthy accepted that, and you have a franchise. Probably the greatest career in Charles Woodson's was with Green Bay. Not knocking, not saying he doesn't look bad in that 24 Black Raiders. I own a Charles Woodson Black Raiders jersey, by the way, so. But these players are linked by that trophy because Charles Woodson stole the trophy from Peyton Manning. Now, both these players were told they weren't going to be good in the NFL. Peyton Manning, because he had a terrible NFL first season, or first couple games. Of course he's gotten way better. And you can see that because he took the time. When he was out, he would see, indie coaches will say, when he's injured, he's in the rehabilitation room with his helmet on reading the playbook. You can't find another quarterback that does that. Charles Woodson was told in college he will never make it in the NFL because he was born with clubbed feet, which makes it insanely hard to run, at least fast. But look at him. He's made some big plays. So it's a crazy thing seeing these two players leaving the NFL like this on the top of their careers. I think Charles Woodson, he has the ability to go back and play 2-3 more seasons. And he knows that. When I watched his press conference, I didn't watch Peyton's yet. He said, physically, I can play more seasons. Mentally, my game is not in it. So he's pulling back, and his game now is family. And Peyton Manning is just old. That's no disrespect for the man. He's just old. And with the career he had, with the career he had this year, the career he had this season, I want to say it's good he ended. He ended on probably the greatest story of the Peyton Manning era. Gone for 10 games. Brock Osweiler replacing him. Coming back for the final 6. Getting to the playoffs. Winning a Super Bowl. So, I'm happy to see these guys go, but I'm sad. And it truly is sad. That's it for a short synopsis video. Not too in-depth. I just wanted to get this one out for the first video of this. If you guys have any questions, what are your guys' thoughts with Peyton Manning and Charles Woodson retiring? I know some other big names retired. I will talk about a longer video, because this is going on 10 minutes, but a longer video of all the names retiring, big names retiring. It will include Charles Woodson and Peyton Manning. So, but let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear this. And what's your guys' favorite team? And if I can, I'll talk about those teams. I'm an NFL fan also, so if it's a Bears team, I'm not gonna knock you guys. Lions, Vikings, whatever. So you guys have a good one. I hope you guys like this video. And yeah, share me your thoughts on this.